Oops, wrong place. Oops, that was the wrong place. Let me recalibrate my face first, and we are live. All right. Another things I have to do some adjustment is this thing. Toss it away. Done. Hello there everyone, my name is Kiri Vaka and I'm your host and your Vtuber voice here to entertain you and may or may not have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Yes. Hold on a little bit. I'll need to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. All those kind of things. Good. I'm still trying to figure out how to like move my voice into from this computers to the other computers without too much lagging. But yeah, like there's still a few things I'm trying to fix it. No, it's been proven in the age of humanity we do not learn from histories and it always keep happening. Yes, we do not know what we are doing. We literally recorded how things should go or like what kind of shit happens and then we should not redo it again. And then after a few years something similar happen again. People never learn. Humanities never learn. And I forgot, like, did I actually do my opening properly? And yes, I guess like I missed the part that I may or may not will went off tangent and start yapping about. Um, Here's the thing, like I'm trying to do a little bit of like special stuff lately. I've been trying to do quite a lot of things. I don't really have a lot of time to do quite a lot of things. I want to stream, but also I want to edit video. And then how do I do it? Stream myself editing video, I guess. And I also do quite a lot of like different art drawing, animations, this and that, yeah, that stuff. It's always a very nice time to do those kind of things too. When it's raining. Mm. I can feel the environment like getting like much more colder, nice breeze and everything. It's just like a very nice thing in general. And yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to like show the audio process of my work because hearing double voice might not be the best one. Well, as you can see, everything you see over there, and then me, everything I made by myself, all the overlay, all the assets, almost actually, it's more like 99% of the asset is made by me. Aside from like this, that particular one, like that one is like stream element, like the support thing, the support donation thingy, and also this one. So this one is a particular stream I do tomorrow actually. We'll start tomorrow at Malaysian time, around 8 p.m. Not why I say not. I do schedule it on 8 p.m. but since it's a collab, usually not everyone will be on time, so I have to wait for them. So it's kind of like sometimes it's like I say it's on 8 p.m. but in reality it's not 8 p.m. So yeah. Yeah, the scene that you can see, I just do the cropping only. I don't really do the artwork on this scene. Aside from that, most of the scene I did is I draw it myself, like this one. Artista Cafe, we go. And yes, it's voice controlled. Also, it's a good way to go to the segment of like doing some ad stuff too. I do have a VGen account. I do draw lots of stuff. Currently, I have this special offer is like draw you in reactive, but also very Ace Attorney like. This is like a theme going on there. And then I also help people draw like hand draw thumbnail. And then some of the I should add a little bit more stuff into it. I've been drawing quite lots of like Derpy Mayhem stuff, so I should add more into it as a you know, sample and stuff. And where is my music? Gosh dang, I think I forgot about it. Let me turn it back on again. Let's go for Moonwalk this time. Oops, not this one. Alright, put things back. And most of my artwork is quite, what we call it? A lot of people say it's unique because like the way I draw it, generally my own special style is this one. So it's like a very heavy inking style. And then this particular one that I try not to use heavy ink, but it feels weird if I don't use like pure black ink, like ink the entire page. Yeah, I have quite a lot of like carving style like exist. Put it in here. Like this is the most prototype of the prototype. This is the first ever like carving style I did. It's not the best one, but I kind of like got a, like this is a starting point that I got a hang of it and slowly do it more and more. And of course, I still can draw normally too. This is like a new live emote service that I have. Sometimes some of my audience just want me to draw something, and then they gave me some like commissions on like do some artwork, this and that, yeah, that stuff. This is one of it. It took me a while to do it because I was busy with other stuff. So yeah. And I also do animations. Currently, I got another animation project going on. That I want to combine hand-drawn animations with tweening animations. If you didn't know what hand-drawn animations and tweening animations is, it's basically I draw it, but there's also like artificially move of the entire animation itself, and which combine both of those things, you get like a very special drawing. Let me try to let me try to open it up. Yeah, I have to manually make my thumbnail every day. It took me a while to do quite lots of stuff. Let me find it. Yeah, saved a bunch of shit, and now I need to slowly pull everything out again. Actually, this thing should be out quite. So I'm doing a new starting soon screen, and once I finish mine one, I can actually sort of use it as a base to sell it out in my VGen service. But so far it's like this. If I didn't use tweening functions, you would see the animations like this. So if I add a tweening function into it by moving, you can see like this green color thing. It's actually let me pull this up a little bit more. So you can see this green functions, you can see this like border function. It's actually the entire image itself is moving. So this is like some a certain level of like tweening functions. A lot of different software have it for doing animations. Animate CC from Adobe one, or like this this is have like a much more weaker version of it, because this Clip Studio animation is more or less like much more stick to the tradition side. And hello there, P-File. You know, I still find it weird. I was used to call this animal peacock a lot, and then later on, like just a few months ago, I learned that peacock is actually not called peacock. It's called P-Fowl. And I was like, what? What? Yeah, animation is something like very different. You really need to process a little bit different. You also have to like understand like something that I just draw. Like you have to like have a certain timing that you know how are you going to space the timing of the animations to make it flow like it's normal. So if I activate the tweening, you can kind of like see this thing if I play it. Now you already seen the original without the tweening. Now it makes much more sense like why I draw the drop animation in an angle. So I can make it sort of like jumping motions. And I can move the background. I can put something like this, keep flowing backward, and then you can kind of like see quite a lot of stuff that is like just there, something like that. And hold on a little bit. Ouch, my head. If I turn this off again, you can kind of like see this again. It's actually just stay still, because how I tweening the animations plus the the hand-drawn frame by frame animation itself. Ooh, one of the animations is gone. No wonder I feel like something is off. Yeah, just immediately jump to 10. I need a 9 here. Okay. Yeah, flash a little bit too fast. I also have an attention span of a child. Imagine this. I haven't give you guys all the tour yet, but the scene that you're looking at is still half complete. Because I keep having a lot of project and I'm just a person alone, it's a little bit difficult to do everything, because I still have to draw art commissions to sustain my life too. So when I finish the art commissions and then I got some other stuff to do, I need to keep doing other stuff. Lots of things is like half done, to be honest. Now even currently this one is like half done. I can show it to you. Projector retract. Yeah, this thing is actually voice control, but you can see like my background is actually not fully done. Like everything shelf is empty, this and that, yeah, that other stuff. There's still quite a lot of things I haven't like did it yet. And projector on. It's really fun to use this thing. And also there's another one. Battle Station Online. So this is my drawings. This is my gaming stations that I still, again, you kind of like look around it. It's like my art is still not finished yet too on this one. So like the texturing, the shiny part of the console, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Even the background, like I just randomly put a background just to just for like what do you call it? Temporarily background. I still have to do quite a lot of things. I have to draw a speaker behind it. When they kind of talk, they can like vibrate and move. If you don't really like understand what I'm talking about, it's this thing. And you try to look at the bubble behind me. So the bubble behind me is like reacting to my voice. So if I talk, it start to like do the popping thing. Until I don't talk, and then it stop it. Why I make myself able to appear and disappear in this is because, again, I have a very spiky hair, so there will be a chance that I'm just like blocking some of like the important things. I can just move away. So when I moved away, you kind of can see that I'm still here. Essentially, it's like part of me is still here, and I haven't used this scene a lot. Like actually practically use this scene. It's because like there's so many things I still have to like do. So I didn't actually manage to finish everything yet. And then also my streaming PC still haven't fully like set up yet. I do have a streaming PC, but something happened to it, so I have to like format a lot of stuff, redo a lot of things. Yeah, like almost nobody's seen me actually using the scene. I did show them the scene only, never really like use it. And then this one is my talk show. It's more or less like I will have a guest like on the other side, and then I will be on this right side, and then we can do a little bit of talk show stuff, and then I can show them stuff, do some drawing together, or like show image together, this or like put some like ads behind it, like those kind of things. And of course, like aside from this like alone one, which like characters much smaller, I have this solo one that I'm much more bigger, and then I angle the television a little bit. Technically it's not televisions or monitors, just, you know, you get the idea. And another thing is I rarely use this one because nowadays like I rarely manage to join in any VEP stuff at the moment. So I have to kind of like put that thing on the back burner, even though that is like the first interactive like scene that I managed to make, but I rarely use it. This is a complete interactive scene that I create for the VEP. If you guys didn't know what VEP is, I'm from this Vtuber agency, but I'm not a agency Vtuber. I'm not that big yet. I'm just like they are running a program that help out like indie Vtuber from Malaysia, and I managed to join the group and learn quite a lot of stuff. But still, sometimes they have like what they do is like they might have some opportunity on some sponsorship or some like you know, like something to show, like game review, this and that, yeah, that stuff, or like group, you know, like group event, this and that, that we can participate. So I made a special scene just for it. You can see like the background, they actually like, yeah, the thing actually do moved when I talk. So yeah, like this is like the only one complete scene that I ever made, but I rarely use it because only usually use it for like the VEP stuff only. I do want to use it more so I can sort of like do a lot more VEP like promotions. Not a lot of people know what VEP is, and not a lot of people actually, even though people who know VEP, not a lot of people actually know I am a VEP member. I seem to be the most invisible one out of like everyone. Everyone is actually quite like have like sizable like audience except me. I'm the most invisible in the group. A lot of people will be like, I was like chatting halfway and then say like, oh, you can do something like this and that as a VP member, or I decided to do this and that, and then there will always be a conversations. They'd be like, oh, you were in VP, right? I forgot about it. My existence is fading away. Yeah, I do have to ask Project Orbit that can I actually just sometimes use this scene, because people keep forgetting I'm actually from VP. Because like VP technically is a brand, so we can't just use it unless like it's in the context of VP. Currently I am trying to give VP a little bit promotion, so like itself is kind of like in context. So yeah. Like back in the days, every Saturday and Sunday I do like pump out a video that is like I do a little bit of like VP weekly activity, but VP member have like a very weird activity time, so it's really hard for me to post out like the most latest activity they are doing, because quite a lot of people being a VTuber, they also have a life, of course, unlike me. They aren't always streaming. Sometimes they just like fully just not been streaming for like 1 to 2 weeks and then come back to stream. So I can't always like this every week I have like news for them. Sometimes it's just like it's like even the funniest thing in the world is like VP start around at I think it's like May. Yeah, I think VP start at May, and the contract is actually like closing to an end. I might renew the contract actually. The contract is like closing to the end, but around the start of VP, actually almost half of the member, which we have like, I think it's like 13. I think there's 13 or like 16 member in VP, and then half of them is basically, oh, I'm on a hiatus for the next 3 months. I was like, what? Huh? What? Why you guys register for those things? And then when like just like yeet off for like a few months. Like some people just like 1 month, some people is like a few months, some people then do still try to stream as much as possible, and then some have their own life, like being busy. I guess for me, I am the only most active VP member, but also the most invisible VP member. Basically, I do almost like do shit every day. I think like Cornelius is also like do shit every day too, because like he is also like, he is a legit real, even his real job is being an entertainer, so he always like have stuff to do, so he keeps spamming shit out too. So he and I is the only one that keeps spamming shit. So yeah, sadly I have some medical issues, so I don't really have a job. This is my job. So yeah. And hold on a little bit. I do want to like do like a special job too. I've been training to become a voice actor, and I'm going to sooner or later put a hold on a little bit. I'm going to sooner or later put like a service on VP, because VP actually you can in VP you can actually give people voice acting gig, provide voice acting gig service. So I do want to try out doing like voice acting stuff in VP. not VP, like VGen. But I have to create like a clip for it first. It still needs some time because I'm still in training. So far, like everything is actually like pretty good. Yeah, I want to get into voice acting. Like this voice I have currently, a lot of people say it's actually quite unique. I'm not really sure about it. But I also have, of course, like a different voice. If you guys didn't know about it, I do quite a lot of like different voices. Because technically, like more or less, like Vtuber is some sort of like low-key glorified voice actor, to be honest. If you are good enough. I have this much more deeper voice. Of course, like this is a little bit different, but this is my diaphragm voice. Diaphragm voice and my vocal voice is much more different. A lot of people believe like diaphragm voice is actually much more the normal like voice on the pens. And also you have to, when you do like originally when I tried to dabble into like voice acting stuff, I have a I know an acquaintance that is actually doing lots of voiceover stuff, and like I mean professional. So I've been like asking him how to, you know, control my voice, how to practice this and that stuff, and what to pay attention, what to be training on before I actually start to want to be voice actors. Two things he gave me. The most important thing: one, learn to speak with a diaphragm. Because he noticed like this voice that I have is like lack of like a lot of like diaphragm voice. It's because like it's not clear enough when it's sometimes, and it feels like my vocal cord is like straining itself. I didn't know about it until I start to speak like this, and what he told me that is because he heard that my vocal cord is like straining itself to like forcefully make my voice high pitch. I didn't even know that. No, technically I got some clue why I did that, but yeah, it's like this is technically my actual voice. And why I have like that slightly higher pitch voice is because back in the days I was actually trying to become a singer, but when I was like very young, I actually legitly go to like a practice school, those kind of things, places to learn about singing. But the problem is, around that time, I got puberty hit me, and then my bright idea is like I lost my like sharper tone voice, of course, because of puberties, and I decided to sharpen my voice by just starting to talk like this. Basically, I start to talk in a higher pitch, and as time goes, I slowly, this voice has become my default voice because I always like in this mode. Good thing is, one thing is I screw up my singing voice. But good thing is, because I always train my voice in a slightly high pitch, I can actually have quite a lot of range when it comes to using my vocal cord. And so far, I can market around 5 different type of voice. Of course, this one, diaphragm voice, and I can actually have like a different type of like deep voice. I actually call this a little bit like a Darth Vader voice, because if I actually try my best to slow down what I'm talking, I would sound like Darth Vader for some reasons. I have no idea why. But yes. I don't think this voice can become much more emotional because it's a much more calmer voice. So this is more of a narrative voice, I guess. Aside from that, I don't really have a lot of other things to do with this voice. I really need to find like an application for this thing, actually. And I can actually go for this one.
I think a lot of people can actually do it. I didn't even pinch my nose when I do this thing. A lot of people try to do this commercial voice by just literally pinching their nose and give like a very heavy, like this kind of tone. But I am, again, not using any voice filters, as I just have like a very good ability to go for a very 50, 60 like commercial voice. Technically it's more like a radio voice, but still. And I can guarantee you that I am not Alistair, okay? There's quite a lot of people keep calling me Alistair for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it's not even close. Well, technically, if maybe you add a little bit of like lo-fi tone into it, I may sound like a little bit. But still, not even close. Basically, just because of the mannerisms. It's not British enough.
Yeah, just about those things. And one of my most favorite one. And one of my most favorite one is,
I can actually sound like an old man. No, I am not Dumbledore. I am just sound old, okay? And I'm not about to have a heart attack. Yeah, this one is my proudest voice, actually. I can just do this without any effort. Like, it's not straining me at all. Like, actually, at the very beginning when I tried to, like, invent this voice, I do sound a little bit difficult to make it because I was wincing myself to actually making this voice out. Now I learned how to control my diaphragm properly, I can actually make this voice without any issues. And again, I am not Dumbledore.
yeah.
No, I do not need an inhaler. I'm just slowly running out of vigor. No, I'm just close to 30 only. I'm late. I'm late 20, boy. Okay. Yes, I call myself a boy for some reasons. I don't know why. I'm still a late 20, late guy. Okay.
Yeah, actually, like, I do my Ace Attorney game, which is like the thing that you are taking a look right now. Oh, the scene. So you can kind of like setting like quite a lot of clip. I like a weekly schedule, which I do a lot of like what do you call it? Ace Attorney voiceover stream. It's a collab stream where I invite a lot of like guests, this and that, yada stuff, you know. And then like because Ace Attorney game, they don't really have any voice. They just have the when they kind of like have like the font out. So I invite a lot of guests, and then I myself voice like various different characters. Really depends on like how many people we have like in the scene, to be honest. And hold on a bit. So when there will be a lot of time, I have to like voice like Ace Attorney and then the judge. The judge is the old man, so like my old man voice is actually for the judge, and I've been using it for so much. It's actually just like a second nature to me now. Back then, like the first time I used it, I kind of like
wincing a little bit like this. I am actually dying when I'm doing this voice.
Like, yeah, like those voice. But
I now know how to make a proper old man voice now. It's much more easier, like, if you're just doing it lots of time, enough, you know how to do this kind of old man voice without straining yourself.
yeah, so it's a very convincing like old people voice. And of course, like I actually like there's one time like I actually like have like a friends here should be, it's another male voice for me for them to fill in like the various characters, and then he have something to do, and then he just like went off, and I'm like alone, the only male voice like in the collab at the moment. So I basically that time I voiced Phoenix, I voice the judge, and then I voice where is it? Yeah, I also voice like Edgeworth. Where's Edgeworth? I just seen a glimpse of him. Yes. So I also like voice Edgeworth. So it's basically it's like a, if you don't know what Ace Attorney game is, it's like Ace Attorney game is you are a lawyer, you defend your client, of course, you are a attorney lawyer, and then you are the defendant side, and then there's the prosecution side, it's like Edge, and then there's the judge over there. And funny thing is, like, when he went off, like he got busy, and then like he went off, and then I have to do all the voice. So that in the chat, it's like really funny. They'd be like, "Are you voicing all three characters at the same time?" I said like,
Yes, I am voicing 3 characters in the same time.
and I have no idea why I put such a heavy tone for Edgeworth, but still, yes. And I also like doing this like very Asian tone on Phoenix, right? Because people want to hear Asian Phoenix for some reason. Because again, I'm a Malaysian. I'm Malaysian, so it's very easy to do this like very Asian English. And I use this very Asian English tone. I don't really use. I don't think I can actually use this thing for like lots of like different. Yeah, I don't think I can use this commercially, of course. So I never really want to market this voice. But if I want to do it, I can actually do it like Stephen He one. I don't know why. Originally, this voice is meant to be like Uncle Roger, like, but everyone keep calling me Stephen He because of that. It really give me some emotional damage, you know. Actually, I can actually replicate that. Hold on a bit. Emotional damage. Yeah, the perks of being a Malaysians. A lot of people think like this voice is like a very comedic voice. Like I was like, imagine like if you go to Malaysia, I think you would just laugh the entire time, I guess. Because almost everyone speak like that, almost, unless they actually understand, like they have like much more higher vocabulary, they learn a little bit more English, and then they will start speaking like how I speak. But like generally, we only learn enough vocabulary just to speak like that, you know, like in a very like lumpy way, like this. Because we speak it like this, we kind of able to use the language in a much more like segment way, and then we can use more simple language. We don't have to string the word together like a perfect grammar. And then if we do this, it's much more easier for us to speak, to communicate in English for people who lack of enough word, so they can just use simple word and then mix all the word together enough for communication, just for that. And those are not like my English. It's more like my default English is this. I start speaking English, and I already start speaking English like this. I never really learn how to speak like that, like very Asian English. I have to train myself to actually do that, because most of my friends do not understand me when I speak English. Because for them, I speak a little bit way too smooth. It's like, you know, like if you kind of like used to a little bit lumpy way on like segment way on listening to word, if I string all the word into one sentence in a complete form, it might get a little bit too intimidated, and people would just like one haywired, and then like just listen to the word. For them, it will be like blah 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 blah. It's basically like that. So I had to train myself to dumbify my language just to speak to my friends. But of course, I can speak various languages too, still fine. Funny thing is like English is considered the second last language I learned, and I know about like 6 different languages. And lots of people do say like I speak fluent English, but I can tell that here's the thing, like the language you learn by like which language you learn first doesn't mean you're going to be prolific at the first one you learn. It's like I can speak Mandarin, I can speak Cantonese, I can speak Hakka, I can kind of speak Hokkien, like very low level Hokkien. If despite I learned it before English, I'm still not that good with like Hokkien. And then I learned about Malay, how to speak Malay. Well, I'm Malaysians, of course. I need to know how to speak Malay, despite being very bad at it. Still like just enough to like communicate only. It's like for me, I speak Malay like a foreigner try to learn Malay. And then like it's English. The last one is actually Japanese. But I only prolific enough to be able to understand Japanese when people talking to me, and I reply them in English because I'm those kind of people who kind of like do you know like there's some certain people like they can speak English but they can't actually speak or listen to English. They can understand English but they can't write English, like those kind of people. For me it's my Japanese, so I kind of like cannot read Japanese, cannot speak Japanese, but I can actually understand Japanese when they talk to me. I think I watch a little bit too much anime to the point like something click and then I just like understand Japanese. Yeah, some people actually thought I was a banana. Like again, like banana is actually a very racist term, but for some reasons it's like in Malaysia so we just refer ourselves as banana sometimes, or like just use it like in a very normal term. It's basically, here's the thing, because Malaysia is an Asian country and we have lots of different race. I'm a Malaysian Chinese, but there will always bound to be like one certain household they actually use English all their life. They do not know, like imagine like you see a Malaysian Chinese that do not know how to speak Mandarin, do not know how to speak Cantonese or any other language aside from English. Why? Because they're Christian. And usually a lot of Christian family, they don't really, not a lot, like quite a lot of like Christian family, they don't really have any other language. They usually use English. They may know a little bit of like Mandarin or like Cantonese, but only certain level. Like I say, you understand language, but you can't write or read the language or something like that. But only to that level, or like being very bad at like that particular language. So it's like they're not prolific at their race language. So those kind will kind of either they refer themselves as funny, and then or some other people refer them as banana. Why it's called banana? It's a very, again, like most people might not notice it until actually like even my friends that refer himself as a banana, and then I told him, do you know what actually is banana, right? And then they'll be like, no, I just know everyone like refer themselves that don't know, like Chinese that don't know how to speak English, don't know how to speak Mandarin or like other like Chinese related language as a banana. And I'd be like, it's very easy term. It's a very easy understanding term. What color is a banana? Red. I know he's trying to fuck with me, but still. Generally, banana color is yellow. Okay. If you kind of peel the banana, what color inside of a banana is? White. So if you refer to yourself as a banana, you're actually using like a racist tone that kind of like you are yellow on the outside but white in the inside. Yes, that is actually why people get referred as a banana. It was meant as a... Here's the thing. You can talk to a normal Malaysians, and if you use the normal... If you are someone outside of Malaysia, talk to them, you will feel like you are being very offended, because almost a lot of things we use is actually an insult, but we use it so much it's like a normal language to us. So our language, like sometimes the grammar we use might be a little bit offensive. Like in a sense, we are so racist that it's like a friendly racist. It's like you have a group of friends that kind of like talk shit to each other. Sometimes like you have like that one friend that keep taking all the bully shot, and those kind of things. Is like you just give like a friendly jab to some people. It's that we are that friendly to that level. Like back in the days, it's literally an insult, but we use it enough. It's like ha ha funny, and then it become like a normal thing. We don't even know like the original meaning anymore. Because our main language is not that, so we kind of like perceive language differently. Yeah, so like I think only Western cultures that might, if like people from like Western culture come to Malaysia, they might hear lots of things that might offend them, unless they don't actually understand what they're talking in the first place. But we used to use this kind of language like very normally as like normal referred term. We don't even have any like racist meaning. It's just that we learn it this way and then we just use it this way. We like lots of people might not even know the actual meaning behind those words. So we just use it. We don't really care, to be honest, in some sense. So yeah, like different place, different cultures. And also here's the thing, like if you don't know Malaysia's, it's like Malaysia have like various different cultures together. You can find like the most big, like the place with the biggest cultures is in Malaysia. We have almost everything, every kind of people living together in one place. We have Indians, we have Malay, we have like the native Malaysians, and we also like Malaysian Chinese. And then why at that, also Sarawak and Sabah is like complete separate different people. So we have Sabaran, Sabahan, and then like Sarawakian, and then aside from that, we can also add quite a lot of different type of minority race into it, because there's just so many minority race live all together. It's like just count every like count out the four major one, like the Malay, Indian, Chinese, like native, like count out all this four one, like the minorities already like token like 20%, I think more than 20% of like the entire like Malaysian populations. All like even like, yeah, if I count in like Sabah and Sarawak together, and then it would be very big. It's actually like a lot. Sarawak may seems like a very big landmass. I from my memory, it's like there's a lot of like huge distant gap between cities, so they have populations, of course. It's just not seems as high in like a distant wise, the ratio, the landmass and population ratio. I think it's actually a lot. It's just that Malaysians sometimes are very dumb. They are very bad at doing like survey calculations. So I may be wrong with the percentage number sometimes, but it might be a bigger number or smaller number. I don't really know. Yeah, why I say like when it comes to like this kind of calculation number, sometimes like because we have lots of race, of course, like when doing like survey stuff, some biased things are always like in there. But yeah, it's always like a little bit here, a little bit there, like a little bit everything, the general stuff. And most people would just like the newer generation, and even like my generation, we just don't give a shit anymore. Like back then, like people are very specified on like, oh, you're Malaysian Chinese, or you're Malaysian Indian, or you're Malaysian like Malay. And then like nowadays we just say like we are Malaysian. We don't really give a shit unless you really need a specified specifications. Then we will just say like we are Malaysians. What. we always like have like an attached title to it. Still a little bit segregated, to be honest. But still, yeah, that's like Malaysian in a nutshell, generally. But yeah. Again, like it's a lot. It's a lot different. Where was I again? I just went off tangent and then the tangent of a tangent. It slowly turned into a circle. Let's circle back actually. What was I doing again? Yes, I want to do a little bit of voice acting stuff. Yes, voice acting. And yes, I do try to like try my best to do a lot of like different voice acting thing. Yes. And so far I can market this 5 voice that I have again. This voice, the deeper tone, the deep tone, and then basically dark faded tone, and then the commercial voice, and then the old man voice. Unless people want to hear me be a Mickey Mouse, I can technically be a Mickey Mouse. I don't know what to do. I just know how to make a very comedic voice for this. Actually, I'm not really sure. Like everything I do is actually complete Mickey Mouse voice at all. And my throat is a little bit dry, so it's a little bit hard to do this thing. Yeah, actually, like in my current episode of one of my Ace Attorney characters, I actually make him to have this very high-pitched voice. Well, Mickey voice is actually very easy to do. You just always have to convince people with your It's much more easier to do this voice. But yeah, I don't think like a lot of people want this voice, so I'm not going to market this thing at all. Hold on a bit. Yeah, so far right now, like I'm currently is it this way? Yes, it's this one. I am trying my best to this is enough. I need to create like a clip, not like a small clip, a very big clip about this one. Let me delete this. This is actually about 7. And I need another one. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. This will be Val 8. My neck. So I have this thing is like, oh, I didn't do the previously. I need to add back the previously thingy. Let's go to here and take a look. Nope. Yeah, I have to shorten a lot of things. Sometimes we do the stream a little bit too long, like 3, 4, 5 hours. I have to cut them apart. Like the unnecessary part, I need to just keep the context of the stream instead of like when we sort of like went off tangent and start talking other stuff in the stream. We tend to do that a lot. So I have this like thing. Yeah, I did it previously on We Equal Terrible Lawyer. Sorry, I stopped playing the video. It's going to be very laggy. Let me. I'm still trying my best to do some setup. How do you manage to get dehydrated? I guess you laugh a little bit too much, I guess. For me, I always have this like big water tumbler. Well, technically it's a cup warmer. Not cup warmer, like you know those kind of like cup that keep warm on like liquid and stuff. I have this thing for like it's a very big cup for tea. So I always like have green tea right beside of me, just like warm green tea. Yeah, I need to reduce the quality of the image we are looking at right now. Let's see, go for view. And there should be like viewer overlay, aspect ratio, safe area. Isn't that like a display? I remember we have our playback quarter. I don't really need to see like a very high quality version of it. Hope it doesn't affect my stream that much. Can I move? Yes, I can move. Good. I think quarter is a little bit too much. Let's go for the half. Can half do anything to me? Da 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 da. Yeah, it's fine. And I also had to turn off. I think like the animation on my Clip Studios was on too, which is like making it worse.
Despite having 2080, my animations, my computers is not godlike. Sadly.
So I need to copy this thing. Copied. And let's... Did I delete everything? Yes, I deleted everything. Control V. Oh, copy the wrong thing. But I do need this, so let's move it away first. And then go back to my older stuff. No, it's lagging. Yeah, I have too many stuff like working behind the scene. So switching to different like area might be a little bit too much for quite lots of things. Oh, okay. Now, why I'm making like this video, because here is my plan. I'm trying to when I start the stream, like again, like I told you guys, it's not going to be very specified on like 8. So I'm going to play like a very long previously. It's like what happened like last episode over there, so anyone who dropped in, they can like watch the thing before we actually officially start the stream. Okay, main clipped, and I'm going. Is it this one? Not this one. Not this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to use blur dissolve. Nah, just cross dissolved. Oh, cross dissolve is not great. Non-additive dissolved. Nope. Smooth cut. Oh shit! It looks horrible. Adaptive. Nope. Dip to color. Still the best is using dip to colors. Yep. Why the dip? Oh, is it because of this one? So I should use cross dissolve for this. Yeah, this one has the issues. How about this one? I just used the non-additive dissolved. Yeah, both have like slight curve, different timing, so they do a little bit much more different thing. Here's the thing, like a lot of people actually don't really know editing is a very hardworking stuff. And imagine this. If you just do short clip, it's kind of fine. But if you think about this, if you have 3 hour worth of clip, you are going to spend you always have to calculate in. If you have 3 hour worth of clip, you will spend 3 hour already, 3 almost equal hour to look at all the clip. Because you still have to see and edit the clip as much as possible. And you're just going to watch everything. Sometimes you might watch something again and again. So it's going to be beyond the hour of clip you have. So if you have 3 hour of clip, you assume you're going to watch 3 hour plus worth more of clip. So it's a 3 hour work. And then when you do the editing, you have to add effect, you have to find the file for it, you have to make it like possible, or like you want to do some fancy stuff. All those things you can add hour into it. Everything will add hour into it. Just basically just think you have a 3 hour clip, you are going to assume you're going to work on it for like 7 or 8 hours. If you have 1 hour worth of clip, means you're going to work for like 3-4 hours. It's just like it's a basic math that not a lot of people will aware of it, because they just think apparently making video or doing video editing is magic. Just that. Yeah, this is why, like, if I actually will, like, in the futures, if I actually have an editor, I will always and forever ever be in debt by the editor. Because editor always is the unsung hero of almost everything. Oops. Press the wrong thing. You know, this funny thing is like I always insist people to use like the VTube Studio collab thingy or using Vought Ninjas. If you guys don't know what Vought Ninja is, Vought Ninja is like something similar with VTube Studio, like the collab thingy from VTube Studio. It's just that you use various separate camera and jam them together. You upload your camera online, he upload their camera online, and then like I get the information of that upload, and then I just like, it's like personal direct stream of your camera to beam to mine, and then I can use that. So basically it's almost the same thing. It's like using voice call but specialized for letting you use as an OBS resource. And it's actually pretty fun to use that thing. But it's just going to be a little bit lag, especially when people is like overseas, like outside different country. It's going to be a little bit like either like blurry or laggy because of that. And it really depends on the person's like internet internet prowess. So, and another funny thing is that also because I usually want people to do that, and then if they take a look at all this, and yes, every people who kind of like join my stream for doing this, like I have like special guests and like the normal guests. The normal guest is like people who frequently will be in my stream most of the time, and because like again, everyone have a life, and then everyone is from different country. Ryu and Gomi from Australia, Take from Scotland, this guy from Texas, and then the other two is the temporary guest is from Malaysia. So I have quite a lot of different variety of guests here, doing variety of voices, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun to play. Yeah. Here's the thing, it's a running gag if you watch long enough. Hugh is the one that always take the shot that get bullied. To be honest, I personally don't bully people, but it does seems fun sometimes to at least do something. Hi, Mr. Dub. Sorry that I can't actually read every single word you in your name. It's going to be very, very long. There will be lots of things here we need to cut out. Oh, I should actually have this thing on my headphone so I can hear it. Hold on a little bit. By the way, if you guys are familiar with the notification sound like I have for anyone who just first chatted, if you get familiarized with that notification sound, congratulations, we are equally old. And if you don't know, then maybe you are young, or maybe you are Skype users. Because back in the days, there's like two different like chatting software, people like online internet chatting software we use. That's like different era. It's like there is the oldest one, ICQ, and then MSN and Skype, and then Garena, and then Discord. Yeah. So now a lot of people are using Discord more. Just use Discord. But back in the days, like I with my friends like always hang out in like Garena just for fun, because we have this like open room, we just can go in there anytime we want, like those kind of things. Even Discord is kind of the same. Google Meet. I don't like it. Never in my life actually used Google Meet at all until my university time, and like I need to meet with like because we are doing like one of the course we have to do commission to like various different like big corpo for free. So it's kind of like we have to like meet with like big people there, so we have to use Google Meet to meet them. And then I was like, Google have a online webcam chatting software? I didn't aware of that. Well, everyone, I didn't mute my thing, so yeah, I didn't mute them for reasons actually. Because I need to what you guys should call this? Because I didn't mute it because I do this kind of stream with like an open mic. So when I say open mic, I mean like people can drop into. I create this specific server with lots of like curated like streamer friends. So I sometimes would just like pop it in the chat just while I'm streaming, letting people drop in and have a chat together while I'm doing things. And then hold on a bit. I need to. Yeah, I remember what I was doing again. I need to add some things. Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing when I kind of like have to use 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors at the same time. Day 2. Okay, good. Well, depends on you play like keep like exploring various map. They have to keep download the file either temporarily or just permanently. The more you play those kind of games, like the more it's going to fill up the phone storage. And also if you do a lot of like recording sessions, it's going to be even, yeah, you know, bloated. You guys are not hearing anything, right? Because it's going to be very annoying if I just keep scrubbing. No, not just the update. Every single time you load, you go in like into a different game mode that people created or the custom game they created, your phone is downloading the asset people like put it into Roblox. So the more you play, actually, the more bloated Roblox is going to have like inside the file. It have like keep saving like lots of like different things. So the more you play, the more bloated your Roblox file is going to be. It's like you're playing like Bethesda game, the Skyrim stuff. And while the game progressively, the longer you play, the what kind of stuff, the game will become laggier. Is because they have this permanent system. If you interacted with the item, the game will record the data file of that item. So no matter where you can at the starting of the map, you touch a watermelon, you go to north side, the far end of the north side, and touch another watermelon. They actually record and remember you touched that watermelon. The watermelon now is recorded in position B. So wherever you go, it will always stay in position B. But now it's a additional code that wrote in there. Now the watermelon is position B. So the more you play, the more stuff is going to record. Imagine that you're just walking around, running around, like tossing trash into the ground. It will always record into the game. And as you further go and play the game will just keep on adding more shit. Because all characters have item on their bodies. It's like they are not like existent permanent characters. They will spawn in like a random bandit spawn or like random like a monster spawn. Every single time you kill them, it generate a item. And if you loot the item and then toss them on the ground, it will going to be on the ground forever. And you are going to and then there will be like a permanent data etched into the save file. And the more this happens, the more bloated the save file is, the more janky the Bethesda like save file is going to be. This is why end up the game, if you play too long and like hundreds hours, and then it would just like poof. Oh, it can go beyond 1 GB. Depends on how expensive the VFX they added into the Roblox and stuff. This is why usually you can see Roblox are very simple. They don't add their own VFX into the game. Of course, like there's a lot of like famous one do, but the general one, they just use the VFX the Roblox have. So you won't see too much change even you go to a lot of different instance of custom game, but there will always be custom game that is literally got over the top effect and everything. And then when you go into it, and a lot of like custom 3D stuff is in there, or like you go in, it's just like everything is like realistic graphic, then you know that file that you have for your Roblox is going to be very big. I need to do the most normal thing, normalize the volume for YouTube, so it won't be too loud, won't be too little, this and that, yeah, that stuff. You know, funny thing is like a lot of people, especially younger side of people, they all like have so much fun on Roblox. Mine is different era. We have so much fun like on Warcraft, because Warcraft have this like what do I call it, custom game mode. So they actually also like use the engine and create a lots of various different kind of custom game. If you heard Dota before, Dota actually was come out from those such custom game, and people played it so much, now it become like official, and then MOBA become a thing. There's so many like different type of game, custom games inside Warcraft. It's like there's like the tower defense game, like Circle TD, X Hero Siege, Zombie World. So many different type of games. Is actually so fun to play back in the days. I play Warcraft. Yes, Warcraft is an RTS game. I'm not saying World of Warcraft is a different thing. World of Warcraft and Warcraft is a different thing. Okay, Warcraft 3 is an RTS game. A lot of people love to play the RTS aspect, but for me, I only play the game for the what again? For the custom game aspect. It's like, imagine like Roblox have like a personal game mode, but nobody touched that, and then everyone just go for custom game. Yeah. Too bad Blizzard killed the Warcraft 3 custom game stuff, because they remember like Warcraft 3, like Blizzard decided to do like a remake version of it and call it Warcraft 3 Reforged. They update so many stuff, essentially kill the custom game scene because it's so buggy. The game is way too bugged to actually be played, you know. And there's so many RPG in the Warcraft 3 like custom game mode. RPG, I mean, like literally they made like a very like awesome RPG game in the custom game mode. And too bad Reforged killed it. Because here's the thing, Blizzard missed the most profitable game in the world, Dota 2. Basically, it's the granddaddy of all MOBA. Because it's a custom game, back then, it was a very famous custom game in Warcraft 3 back then, and then they decided to want to make it legit. So they talked to Blizzard about it. Blizzard just laughed at the face. It's just a custom game. We don't really have to like legit file like your stuff. And then they went to Steam. I think went to Garena first. They went to Garena and then talk about this. And Garena decided to sponsor them, but sponsor halfway, they gave up. And then they go to Steam, and then Steam third like continued the project sponsoring them, and then they created Dota 2. And also because of that, and also like it was around the time that Dota 2 become a rumor, and then a lot of different type of companies start to try to take that MOBA bang of bucks. Like there's so many different games that's MOBA coming out back then. It's like well, the non-surviving one, I only remember a few. One is like Hero of New Earth, and then another one is Fluff. I forgot like what name is it. It's basically it's another. It was almost a League of Legends competitors, but I think it's like League of Legends got more players, and then like slowly trickled down. It's like everyone moved to League, and then the other game just got shut down because of that. Because League was already officially out as a game, and then the other game is always in alpha. Like it's always stay in alpha. It's like early access. They never really launch a game. They almost have similar age with League, but League already launched their game, and then that other game is like always like in like early access mode. So it kind of like people just like, because League has become like official is a game, so everyone like move to League, not like playing like the game always like in early access. And yeah, like that's quite a lot of stuff. And there's one yes, that's this one that I love the most. Actually, it's still one of my favorite MOBA. It's called Dawngate. But it was canned halfway in development because EA just, it was actually a very well made game. It's so well made. After it got canned, League stole every single idea of that game. Basically copy and paste a lots of things about the game concept of like the support, jungle, like the back then League doesn't really have that kind of system. People just like heat off anywhere they want. Dawngate is the first game that has specified if you are support, you have like support specific like passive. If you are a tank, you have tank specific passive, and if you're a jungle, you have jungle specific stuff. Back then, League doesn't have those kind of stuff, and then Dawngate have that, and there's a lot of interesting character in Dawngate that have like a various like fun skill to do. And all those characters have like somewhat of a legacy systems like been copied by League. So League of Legends have almost every single thing you see like that make them even more successful is actually complete copy and paste from Dawngate. I'm not kidding about Dawngate stuff. Like it's really, Dawngate is actually really that good. And EA just don't see the potential in that game, and they just can the entire project for some reason. I think they just afraid Dota 2 is just going to like give them like the the knuckle sandwich, that the sucker punch that do not want to like take on like Dota 2 and League in the same time, because around that time there's so many different MOBA games actually try to make it out and just fail. The DC one, and then the Smite one is doing great, and then there's so many MOBA clone come out and just disappeared because of that. And also, hi there, Mike. So yeah, so I think it's because there's so many failed MOBA project. Despite it's a very, very high potential like MOBA, EA decided to can the entire project, so end up like nothing. They do have a planned talent system, and then that one was copied by Hero of the Storm. And then Hero of the Storm later on like spin off with their own thing. Hero of the Storm again is another very, very, very good MOBA. It's just again, Bobby Kotick love Overwatch League so much, he killed almost every single other esports stuff for Hero of the Storm and StarCraft, and both which have a very like high esports scene, and Hero of the Storm is actually building up more and more people to play. Like the esports is getting bigger and bigger too, but they just suddenly cancel everything because Bobby say no. Like the most evil person in like the gaming industry, that dude. Yes, he just say like, nope. You know how much damage it does to like Hero of the Storm to a point that it doesn't have people play anymore. Hero of the Storm starting to have so many people starting to play the game because they have so much things going on in there. It's actually just like plain fun. The game is pure fun. It's not too MOBA. It's not too high ceiling. It's pure fun. But problem is, Bobby doesn't want this become an esport. He just want Overwatch become an esport. He killed StarCraft or StarCraft project, future things they're trying to do, and he killed all Hero of the Storm and also the esports scenes about the Hero of the Storm. You know what happened to the last Hero of the Storm esport? It's so bad that it cannot recover the reputations that Bobby damaged. What shit he does is even the organizer didn't know the esport is cancelled. Basically, every esport stuff is already going accordingly. It's like their own official esport event, and then people from already have the preliminary, like all those things that already finished. they already flew to America. They were like from various different world, people from various different country. It's a very big esport, and then everyone flew to the America, like somewhere I forgot like which specific locations. Like they have to flew to there and compete for the actual esport. Now they already finished a preliminary and like selection and stuff, and once they flew to there, esport cancel. Yeah, it just cancel. And even the organizer and everything, like they have like all the equipment, car, like all those stuff went to the event area. It's just not available because it got cancelled. Even the organizer didn't know it was cancelled. And everyone just sit like in front of the event hall, not knowing what to do. Not the fans is going to watch it, know it's going to cancel. Not the people who are going to compete know it's going to cancel. No, not even the event organizer know it was cancelled. It's just like, oh, you don't know? Bobby said no. It's just a abrupt cut off. It damaged the reputations of the entire Hero of the Storm scene so much. The betrayal that does. That betrayal is like, ooh, that's deep. It's like the worst thing is like everyone used their own pocket money to fly to there, and then now everyone have to use their own pocket money again to fly back because the esport got cancelled. Imagine you have your ticket already bought. Just if you have your ticket already bought, you just fly to the American side. You already like have a back and forth ticket, but now there's nothing happen anymore, so you are going to go back at the earlier time, so you have to switch your like your airplane ticket to some other things. So if you switch it to some other thing, you have to pay extra. So you have to pay extra for this ticket, and it's not being reimbursed by Blizzard at all. So it's an even more deeper cut. A lot of people complain. Blizzard just say like, we give no fuck. It's your problem, not our problem. That is like just how like Hero of the Storm, almost like the entire game just died because of that fiasco. And also, hi there, Maze. Welcome to the Kirivako stream. Sorry that I need to do my usual opening. Hello there, and good anytime zone, wherever you are, whenever you are. My name is Kirivako, and I'm your host and your voice with a voice. Here to entertain you, and may or may not went off a tangent and start yapping about. Alright then, Magadel. Have a sweet dream. And I still need to continue editing things. It's fun chatting with you guys though. Oh, it's 11 a.m. in your place. What time is mine? Close to 5 p.m. I literally live the opposite side of the world with Magidel. Yes. Yeah, for me, it's like I've been. I used to have like a fixed schedule when I kind of like streaming, but yeah, due to my personal issues, it's like medical issues. It's like I've been like streaming pretty random lately, so I just don't want to do my usual program. Just like do anything I want, to be honest. Hold on, I need to pull this thing to here, and then pull it back. Let's go to much more specific. And then add a little bit audio transitions. Good, good. Nine months break. Oh man, that's a long break. If you're just doing it for hobby, it's fine, to be honest. Not a lot of people just try to like do a full-time like content creations. Technically I am, but not a lot of people actually does that. You know, like editing video is actually very difficult. I did talk about this before. Trying to edit video is something that is a skill that need to be respected, and never underpay your editors. In fact, if they do a good job, you should pay them bonus too. I'm not kidding. Like, too bad I'm not a again, I'm an unemployed person due to my medical issues, but still, if I have the money to pay for editor to do stuff, he does a good things, and I will know because I do editing myself. I will pay extra. Trust me, I will. If I have the financial capability to do that. Because here's the thing, like, not lots of people know this when it comes to editing. They would just think like you just do a little bit snip, cut, and then you're done. Because you're not the one who making the content in the first place, you're kind of just editing like around it. But in reality, is actually, here's the thing: if you have a 4-hour worth of clip, 4-hour worth of clip, you just have to assume that person have to take a look at 4 hour of all this thing. Once he finished like watching everything, he have to scrub through it sometimes, time to time, to find the specific thing he wants to cut out or he wants to do edit on, and either like make it like a highlight, chop it apart or something like that, or speed up some certain sections, and or like add some effect into some certain section. Like, imagine you already used like 4 hours to take a look at it, and then like further more hour on just edit it. So assume if you have a 4-hour clip, you just have to roughly calculate you have to spend maybe like 10 or 12 hours just to do the editing and scrubbing in the same time. So it's just going to be a very, very long thing. Making a video is definitely difficult, especially you have like you doing like long stream and stuff, making a clip, making this, making that. Like, everything does a lot of work that's so invisible that most people would not notice it because they are only seeing the final product. They are not seeing the process. Yes, everything is actually quite difficult. And if you can do it like really fast, like if you think like you say like you might have to use like 12 hour for 3-5 minute stuff. If you are skilled enough to spend a 3-5 minute video, and then you can just use like an hour or like 2 hours to finish like a presentable one that people usually will like the stuff that you do, it's a skill. Even you use in shorter time doesn't mean you get shorter pay, you know? Because of your experience, a 12-hour worth of work, you have shortened it to 2-hour worth of work. You literally shorten like 10 hours. It's still a skill. Because here's the thing, when it comes to editing, it's a build-up process. The more you work on editing, the more stuff you have. Like something like this, I have like a lot of like, imagine like you have a build up of like sound file, like image file, like all the meme stuff, or like the clip part that you can like replace it with some stuff. The more you actually like edit, the more of this kind of like clip stuff that you will have. Like the more of the stuff that you will like slowly accumulated, and then you know what to do in what kind of situation. Oh, in this kind of situation I should add this meme, or this kind of situation I should do this or do that. Like the more you do, the more you'll be able to have like this kind of situation happen, and it will shorten your work a lot. I mean like heck lot. And once like some certain procedures is like being made, like you have your certain standard operation procedures, your video is just you're going to edit your video in faster and faster. But the problem is you still need to take quite lots of time to watch the video itself. Like even you know how to do edit faster doesn't mean you develop a skill to watch shit faster. Even you shorten the speed, even you like not shorten speed, like watch it in ×2 speed, even it's like understandable for you being able to watch stuff in ×2 speed. You are watching a 4-hour clip, even at ×2 it is still 2 hours. Yeah, especially when you're inexperienced on some specific stuff that you personally like imagine it and try to do, and the way you pull it off is just like, ooh, too difficult. Like you imagine like you can do this, but when you try to do it, you'll be like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, nowadays you kind of like can see my video editing skill is basically none. I'm just purely cut, you know, like read parts up. Like just listen to it. Okay, this is useless. I cut this part. That's deleted. Oh, this is useless. Deleted. Oh, this part is useless. Deleted. I'm not trying to find the highlight first. I'm trying to find the additional part that don't really need, is like the context that do not really need it, and just cut it first. And then I further find like the highlight moment, and then just like crop that particular highlight moment from that part. And I don't even try to add like any other video effect into it, or like sound effect, this and that, yeah, that stuff. I even like not doing word censoring anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm just going to curse in there, and I'm going to curse in there. Yeah, that's like how montage highlight actually works. Hold on. I'm not actually like showing you guys the audio of it. The main reason is like I don't want you guys to hear like double audio and stuff. Or do you guys prefer to me when I play like you guys can hear the audio? Okay, this part. Should I actually keep this part? This is like the introduction of everyone. Nah, because it's previously one and it's going to be confuse a lot of people. You know what? I'm going for the stupid route. Just increase the speed. So make the introduction faster. Let's go to 115. Okay. I don't really have that much problem when it comes to editing stuff, but hold on a little bit. Let's turn off the music then, since you guys are hearing this. Let's go to properties, add the sound of DaVinci Resolve exe, add executable, done. Yeah, just organization itself is just going to be a hassle. Like this one is just one of the many files that I organized. I still got like some other like I basically it's like by project. Depends on I have a project for short. I have a project for like doing this like particular Ace Attorney one, and I have a project for like doing my back in the day I have like weekly talk show. So I have like another project have all the other meme and sound effect stuff from all the like talk show thing. Yeah, I'm already so lazy the fact that I don't do like heavy edit anymore. Just like yeah, enough like this
Previously on We Equal Terrible Lawyer.
Anyway, yeah, I forgot that I was doing it starting up. Let's like let me take a look at this thing. Why is this thing so close? Forgot that I was doing it starting up. Okay, you should not be here. I was doing it starting up. Let's like return back to the opening, okay? Like good anytime zone wherever you are. Whenever you are, my name is Kirabaku and I'm your host and your voice. That I was doing it starting up. Let's like return back to the opening, okay? Like good. Yeah, sorry, I was taking a look at this. Whenever you are, my name is Kirabaku and I'm your host and your voice. Definitely, it's not scuffed at all. And yeah, I talk fast. When I say fast, I mean like ridiculously fast. And I definitely did not forget that we are streaming.
Yep.
And yes, as always. Is it a little bit too loud? If it's too loud, let me know. I try to lower it a little bit. Okay. I'll try to. Yep, not too loud now. Realize that I should move tiny little bit. So let's go for again the traditional one. New people started first, the new guest. So may our ping. Yeah, I already increased the speed on this one on like 15%, and still sounds fine. Like generally, if I really wanted to be very fast, I would actually choose this thing to be 20%, like a 20% bump. But sometimes the 20% bump might be a little bit too noticeable. And they already know everyone, but do continue to do some introductions and go with Shazu.
Hello everyone, human on the outside, fish on the inside. My name is Shazur, nice to meet you.
It's a little bit fast, but functionable. Let's try for... Yeah, back to 115. 20% is a little bit too fast.
Fish on the inside, my name is Shazur, nice to meet you. Hello.
Hello.
Got it. Yes, okay, sorry.
Yep, and continue going like down in rotation, I guess. It's like, take.
Me? Hello, my name is Tig. I'm not good at intros. I'm a slime, given a holy mission by one is the voice to save all slimes from the evil adventurers. Lord.
Yeah, originally, if I actually want to do edit, I'll do this. And yes, as always, I'll try to... hold on a bit, I realized that I should move. So, let's go for... Okay, in this part, I would do a cut, and then increase the size. Increased. And then on this particular part,
Nice to meet you.
everyone, but do continue to do some introductions and go with Shazu. Oh, I can't do any edit. This is the raw record of the entire stream, so there's no other way to tone down the music.
Hello everyone, human on the outside, fish on the inside. My name is Shazur, nice to meet you.
And the music is actually not that loud when it comes to the game itself.
Hello.
Hello.
Got it. Yes, okay, sorry.
Yep, and continue going like down in rotation again. Okay, this part is the from the top 3 people. If I really need to add some stuff into it, so then I can move it up here. Continue zooming in first. Most of the time, people are kind of fine with the blurred. Like, they definitely know it's just like a flat zoom in. Okay, good. So, let's go for, again, the traditional one. New people started first, the new guest. So, may our ping tune-in characters do a little bit of introductions.
Hello everyone, my name is Exelizotis. I'm your lost Exelotl boy. Nice to meet you.
It can be a little bit loud. Maybe I should like turn down the volume a little bit, which I already does actually. For the game volume for Ace Attorney, I already toned the volume to like 2. It have like 5 range. It's an old game, so it have 5 range, and then one of the range is like 5, 4, 3, 2. Like original in the middle one, it will start with like 3. I already down to 2. If I go to 1, it might be a little bit too not loud, you know? Yeah, OBS already like have like lots of stuff, like this kind of things going on. When I kind of like recording, you can see like I'm in this zone most of the time. But when I kind of like lean a little bit too close, it's still kind of like the same. It's just like louder boom and thing. And I have like a limit over here, and this is a Discord one. I didn't put them too loud because sometimes some people do yell a lot. I can increase it back a tiny bit because I do notice my voice is still like not equal, like louder than them. Here's the thing, you can't actually do voice check on everyone in the stream because like not everyone is just going to come into the stream early and then let you do like voice tests. So that is like one of the issues too. And then I have to manually, if you guys use Discord, I guess like you guys already know this thing, like you can manually adjust everyone volume too. So I actually have to do that in the same time while like balance out the Discord in here. And then there's the game audio here. The game audio here is a little bit different. I'm already didn't put it like really loud. I can put it like even lower, but generally it's just just things here. And the game can be like really not that loud when I record it. Depends. Let's just put it here. Well, it's the game. I can't put a compressor on the game. It would just ruin the volume, you know? The game itself already have like things are meant to like be on low volume, things are meant to be on high volume. If I put a compressor on the game volume itself, it's going to ruin like quite a lot of things. It's like imagine like you get stealthily attacked by enemy, and because I'm hearing the audio raw, but audience is the one that is kind of like while streaming, of course, like audience will hear the volume because I do compressor, so they can hear all the tiny sounds like inside the game, and then they would just say like, "Shit, you're bad at the game." So yeah, you can't really adjust. The music is the game music. You can't really adjust it. The best I can adjust is the overall, almost everything, the sound effect, the music, all those kind of things. I'm already at the lowest for the game itself. It's just the game is a very old game, so it's stupidly loud. Even I like adjust everything to low. Yeah, that's why like I'm trying to boost everyone volume more than the game already. Now if you say it's like original is like 8. So if you guys say it's going to be it's still that loud, I have to tune it down to like maybe 11, like 12. And then even I tune it down to 12, different game have different volume. So if the other game is like volume too low, I have to boost this thing up again. And then when I play another game, and then I have to like readjust them again. And then I play another game, like Ace Attorney again. I forgot to readjust them. It's going to be very loud. So there's no like one profile for everything. If I do that, it's going to be like very like heavy on the OBS. Imagine like you see like even I'm not recording the volume over here. Like if I have this thing on, like here, like now you can hear two voices. So even I don't have that thing on, it's still actively recording it. So if I have too many different audio file like it's in here, it's going to OBS is still going to run it behind the scene. So the more I have, the more laggy the OBS is. Imagine I have this running, and then let's mute this is the camera system I have. It's basically convert my phone into a camera and then just look at my face. This is a face tracker because I didn't wear the good clothes. I'm not going to show my face. And then there's another tracking software I'm using right now. So it's very resource heavy right now. And then while this, I'm like running like a program that is like making video. Imagine I run a game while having all this thing on. it's already very resource heavy. And when you do streaming also does a lot of like on the spot. Let me open this thing up. Not this. So when it comes to streaming also have this on the spot encoding when I do streaming. If you look at all the things over here, yeah, so they do a lot of like on the spot like encoding stuff. So this is like another heavy base added into the entire computer systems. It's really like it's a fine-tuned thing. That could work. I can record the game audio separately. But here's the thing. I can't record the game. The moment I press this thing record while playing the games and while running like all the Discord stuff, all this other stuff, it's going to tank the stream. The stream, my VTuber character would just start doing this. Something like that, you know? It will start lagging a lot if I am streaming and recording in the same time. You get that? Especially if I do multi-stream, it's just going to further stress the system even more. It will make things even worse. So recording it is basically not possible, even I try to. So I'm just literally using a system. Oh, I just turned it off so you guys can't actually see. I'm using a special recording system. It's called YTDLP. YTDLP is a terminal system. It's basically like they have like a lot of like stuff here, you know? They have like a lot of stuff here. And I can use this, open up the, what do you call it again? Not here. Yeah, this terminal. So I can open up this terminal and then use this, and I just input a link. It will grab YouTube, the YouTube file, and then download the best quality, the best I actually wrote it here. Where's my mouse? So I wrote it like it will capture the best qualities, the best audio, and then the best like every other thing's example. But when you upload it, encoded it, and upload it into YouTube, it is already one audio file. So no matter how I do, YouTube would not have multiple audio file. If they do that, YouTube will go bankrupt from like overcrowded like a storage system a long time ago. So I am download this YouTube in its original qualities. I'm not doing this in the record. Sadly, this is a live stream stuff that I'm trying to do, not a like pure video recording or something like that. If I have to plan out how to record this as like a editable video, it's going to be even more complicated, to be honest. And hold on a bit. This is why sometimes, like, here's the thing, like, if I really want to do this like in a recordable way, that's like this way. Now, if you go to your studio mode setting, when you do the record, I'm still recording in the MKV file, so like it really depends. You can have your audio like in some other place and this and that other stuff. You can see the recording, you can record like only a certain audio track. So you can have like this record audio track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can set it up. It's just going to record like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I can do a separate, like the recorder is a good idea, but it's not possible for me due to I'm a VTuber. Just me being a VTuber make it impossible. So I can go to advanced property and what you can see in here is like I can make them just solely focus on track 1, track 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and after I kind of like record this actually like doing this as a record, I can separate the Discord audio, the game audio, and my audio into 3 different audio. But again, Discord audio, I cannot separate them individually. They still kind of like make it into one audio. Sadly, I'm just capturing the entire Discord instead of like capture everyone individually. Hold on a little bit. Let me try to play a file. So if I play this thing, let's pause it first, and you can take a look at this. I can go to different audio track if I have different audio track. So this is how you actually like so if I record like this in NKV format, this MKV is going to have different audio track inside. So when I input the file into DaVinci, if I put in the file into DaVinci, hold on a little bit. Input the file into DaVinci, it will be automatically, if I just toss this clip in, it would not just have audio 1, it would have audio 1, 2, 3. It's a very nifty trick for you to do a lot of like stream recording stuff. So yeah, like those are the general stuff. Hey, hi there. And again, the traditional one. Newer people started first. The new. Hold on a bit. I realized that I should move tiny little bit. Okay, good. So let's go for again the traditional one. Newer people started first. The new guest. So make our ping tune-in characters. Now, you might think this is a little bit too much, and then I personally think it is too, but we have to kind of like do this. So, there's so many empty space in here. How do you normally like use to like do editing stuff, like and like more like focus the characters? You can try to crop it, but if you cropped it, it might look a little bit weird. So if I crop it like this right now, this thing, hold on. So if I decided to crop it, I can do something like this and then just transform, move them to somewhere like this. So people can kind of like have like see the environment while focusing on it. This is kind of a good way, but it's still going to look like not that production friendly. So you can do something funny like this. If you are using DaVinci, you can go to here and select. Oh, am I on the clip I want? Yeah, this one. So I can select this thing and then select add alpha output. So when I add an alpha output, I can just drag a line over here. When I drag this line over here, I can actually add any alpha like crop that I want. Like suddenly like something like this. If I move this thing to here, it's going to like have a circle. And if I want, I can turn this into oval, like a mirror of the wall. Who's the fairest of the all? And voila. A much more focused scene here. And I can adjust like how much they can blur the background and stuff. I don't really need to do that much. Like the blur they have is already pretty good. And ta-da, done. And I'm just showing example, to be honest. I'm not going to edit it this way. So this way you can kind of like see me over here, and then I can transport myself down here. sort of like creating a focus point. I don't even have to go this big. Oops. I don't even have to go this big. I can just do something like this. It's already enough to make people focus here, like this directions. Like the moment they kind of like do, I kind of do this.
Yep.
And yes, as always, I'll try to. Hold on a bit. I realized that I should move tiny little bit. Okay, good. So, yep. So this is how I normally, if I really want to do some like additional edit, I would do something like this. But if I do this kind of edit on a 4-hour clip, this is like how much I did like that for that tiny thing. If I just like remove this part, if I just remove this part, this is how tiny stuff I did for 4-hour worth of stuff. If I have to focus every single people, every single time they talk, it's going to be holy shit. So, because of that, F this. I'm not going to do it. It might look nice, but the problem is, I don't think it's good way to do it like that. Holy heck. Okay. So I see something that I might need to do some adjustment on. But yeah. So when it comes to like filming on OBS, there's a lot of like logistics stuff you have to like take care of. And of course, like now when I'm doing edit, I need to also do a lot of like magic due to the limitation of just one audio track and like just one screen here. If I speed them up too much, like this one, if I speed them up a little bit too much, 150. If I really just want the introductions that go super fast. And yes, as always, I'll try to. Hold on a bit. I realized I should move tiny little bit. Even though it actually sounds pretty normal, ×2 speed is actually a manageable speed for a lot of people to watch. But problem is the music. Okay, good. So let's go for again the traditional one. New people start first, the new guest. So make our pink tune-in characters do a little bit introductions. So it's not really feasible to go beyond. Technically, even 10% is a very big bump of gap, but 15% is for me my personal limit that I kind of notice it has been speed up. 10% usually is it already speed up, but you won't really notice it. 15% is kind of like you if you sharp enough ears, you will notice. Especially musicians. They know the tempo is like increased. And alright. Before we start continue, of course, like we need to do like very, very fast recap of it. Thing is tried our best to find morning before 10. They have like a short practice in here afterward.
Yeah.
This is the reason why they like arrest him.
Have we seen him like previously? Like, are his trousers always that long?
No, he is a very big dude. This is why the costume is very big. And because
an employee.
Hold on.
Chatty got us here.
Yeah.
So this is expositions. Expositions, here's the thing. I want to still keep like the work a little bit like consistent pacing, but when it comes to expositions, I might be able to increase this to 1 to 5. Why I can say 1 to 5 is because around this time, before we start continue, of course, like we need to around this part, like the music is gone.
The villain got murdered by no wait. I actually also need to recap. I'm barely here.
All right. Here's the thing. This is like a murdered around a studio.
So you kind of can notice the moment I turn this thing to 25% speed, by lengthwise, I managed to shorten it so much. Oops. But you can already see it. Just on 25%, or well, it's 25%. It cut 25% shorter. So it's that much. And it's not really that noticeable if you kind of like in like already like the music stop around here. And then after we find out that there's actually another person who actually magically appeared in the camera, and it's a little kid, and we need to find evidence for proving Willpower is not actually the guy. See? Well, mine is much more. If I talk in the show, it's much more like noticeable because my voice is already slightly high pitch, and then the moment like people like speed up my voice, they can notice like a very like huge pitch change. Again, my voice is unique, and I speak a little bit fast in terms of a lot of things. So when I speak a little bit too fast, they will hear this upon on the voice speed up edit. So it will be hella fast in the suit. So we have to persecute 3 different characters. Either we choose her or choose the assistant, Penny, or we choose the kid that in the first photo that we missed. Because originally we only got 1 photo here.
There were 2 new people that we haven't met that were there though. We still need to meet them.
Yep.
Those
Oh yeah, the director.
Yeah, this is why we already suspect it's some other people aside from Willpower. But the problem is we can't prove it. They only think this is like Willpower because of the suit, not the characters themselves. And we cannot find the suit after the crime scene. So the suit is missing. So you can see like adding speed in this part is good, but I have to track down when did the music stop, because that one I still need it to remain on 10%. Yep. Studio. That's the studio involved with 2 people. First is our client. Hold on a little bit. I think we should get him here first before we start anything. Yep. Go for the blade. Ripple. Is it ripple? Yes. This one go back to 115, so it won't be too like obvious that the speed changed. Yeah, because like edit, like you see everything. Here's the thing. Usually when it comes to edit, people only if I kind of like if I show something like this, people usually they would see this area only. This is the area people see. We won't really pay attention. Like we only pay attention to like central or something like this area. When we kind of full screen the things, people won't really pay attention to the entire screen. And that's the effect we can really achieve easily just to a lot of things like happening here, people won't notice. But the problem is that currently when we kind of editing, we see everything, so we know everything.
It was legitimate, okay?
And
None of us got a
we
headache.
figured out that like everyone in the courtroom is collectively stupid. Surprisingly, Gumshoe wasn't the worst one there, and we almost framed the kid. We almost persecuted a kid. We tried, we really did. And then the grandma, after we failed to persecute them.
So 25 speed in here, because I want to listen to the other people, is 25 speed a little bit too fast. So 25 is fast, then I would just go for 20. maybe 22, but let's go for 20 first.
We almost persecuted a kid. We tried. We really did. And then the grandma, after we failed to persecute them, the grandma tried to persecute the kid.
As she should.
But yeah.
I don't like kids in this game.
How did we find her guilty? Was it like she only had?
She's not
she was the only one
guilty.
with the card?
Well, main thing is
she's not
willpower
because
is
she
active
came,
here. There's a
with some inner evidence.
So
Magnus
Gumshoe
Gumshoe's
is
not the best character in this series.
the guy we need to
Maybe
defend.
not serious. This one.
And then this guy is the victim, the one who died. And then last episode we have a security guard that is basically the witness.
Okay.
She talks too much, but never on point. Just yapping. So we have to persecute 3 different characters. Either we choose her or choose short practice in here. And the only one present is the Granny, Penny, and now we know, but before we don't know, is... So it's actually pretty like easy on this one. I can just cut off the introductions on all the characters.
The grandma tried to persecute the kid. Everyone in the courtroom is collective. And
None of us got a headache.
figured out that last time on the random thing that I don't know the name of it called. We did we walked into a movie studio where apparently the villain got murdered by the villain got murdered by the hero, but like the actor did, and it was this whole setup where a granny was like really dubious and trying to stop us from getting information and evidence. But eventually, after some hard work, we got through Edgeworth's bullshit and the granny's bullshit.
Whoa.
And
Whoa,
Anyway, continue.
Granny's bullshit was legitimate, okay?
And
None of us got a
we
headache.
figured out that everyone in the courtroom is collectively stupid.
So 20% sounds normal. Really normal, so it's fine. I don't have to cut too much stuff. Like this is like the expositions about the thing, so like it's fine. So by this time, around this time, already like 30 minutes has passed. Like I don't know why it's so misleading on like the Da Vinci one. They always start with 1 here. It's always scared the crap out of me when I take a look at this. It's like 4 hours of clip, shit, and then I'll be like, oh, is this 3 hours because they have like 1 here. I was like, dang. Either way, I have to go to the toilet first. I guess you guys can do a little bit of like watch on these things while I go to the toilet.
Previously on We Equal Terrible Lawyer.
Anyway,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I forgot that I was doing the starting up. Let's like return back to the opening, okay? Like, good anytime zone wherever you are. Wherever you are, my name is Kirabaku, and I'm your host and your voice. Definitely, it's not Scuff at all. And I definitely did not forget that we are streaming.
Yep.
And yes, as always, I'll try to. Hold on a bit. I realized that I should move tiny little bit. Okay, good. So, let's go for again the traditional one. New people started first, the new guest. So, may our pink tune-in characters do a little bit introductions.
Hello everyone, my name is Exotis. I'm your lost as a little boy. Nice to meet you.
Hey, hi there.
Hey.
And we already know everyone, but do continue to do some introductions. And I'm also back too.
Hello everyone, human on the outside, fish on the inside. My name is Shazur. Nice to
Not
meet
too
you.
bad. I think like you're back in the
Hello.
wrong time because I am
Hello.
Got it.
going to
Yes,
stop the
okay,
stream too because
and
it's
my
continue
dinner
going
time is
like
like
down
5.
rotation, I guess. Yes, I eat at 5. It's a very
Me?
weird time.
Hello, my name is
So I think like the tips and tricks on like
Save
editing
vehicle.
like a existent clip I already been provided quite a lot. It's like you have so little control, but yet speeding up the thing is the only control you have, to be honest. Speeding up and then use a cheat code is called a normalized audio level. Yes, I used like normalized audio level to increase everyone volume individually. I don't have to like artificially find a specific every like that there's like that one person have like a specifically like a low volume, and I have to boost the volume every single time that person speak. Oh, my video is abnormally long because it's a stream archive. And since this thing is like a 3-hour worth of clip, I need to speed up, like by general, I need to just go in here, do a cheat, it's called a speed up challenge. Speed change, and then just normally people won't really notice if I add 10% into it. So if I add 10% into it, the 3 out like don't get fooled by this fall. Like I don't know why. Like I really do want to ask why DaVinci do this. They start everything with 1 hour already in there, added in there. I don't know why, but by the time like I finish like this entire clip, it would be like originally it's like yeah, this hour. If I shave off 10% of this clip by speeding up, it would be still 3-hour-ish. And depends on stuff I need to see, like which part I need to cut off. Maybe more or less the most best possible way. I can shave it off like 1 hour worth. 1 or 2 hour worth. 1 hour is a little bit too much information cutting out, because this is supposed to be like the entire entertainment. Like we like voice over lots of things. We just do things nonstop. Like this one is the golden one because like we have this like very very typical like League player. Don't get offended if you play League, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume.
Hey, you drilling.
Yeah. And lol.
Gee, how does it feel to be in love with me?
Powers. I'm gonna draw so many furry shit.
So basically, the entire thing we do here is entertainment. It's just non-stop jokes and like, it's basically, here's the thing. Have you guys watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged? We basically abridged the entire game because we don't just like do a verbatim like voiceover. We actually, in the voiceover, we add a lot more like behind context, or like, hey, this guy sounds like a psychopath, and then we just like play through, like add more psychopath energy into it. Like something like that. And for me, what do you call it again? Phoenix is a very Phoenix is the lawyer of the game, but when I play as Phoenix, yeah, you can kind of like see this. When I play Phoenix, I go full Asian uncle Phoenix. This 30 for a movie set.
Oh yeah, it is broken.
Are we sure this is studio?
Hey, oh my god.
Whoa, Phoenix reading.
No.
Wait, what?
No, doesn't matter.
I was on autopilot mode.
Investigate the fence.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, we could just break the window.
Okay then. Closer inspection of the trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of a temporarily filmed set.
It's the supplies,
Yeah,
right?
probably. Yeah. No surprise.
So it's basically the gameplay of this thing is I already played the game, so I know how things end, so I cannot play the game, but I'm the one who hosts the game, and everyone here kind of like discuss together on what to do next, what they basically piloting me. So I'm just doing the clicking, they are doing the ordering. So it's always like have things going on. Everyone is like kind of like do a little bit of like discussion, this and that, yada yada. And sometimes we go off topic way too far. Like there's one particular section we just like talk about like tape. I forgot which part. It's basically we just like went on full investigation on what kind of like tape, cellophane tape or duct tape or masking tape or art tape or this kind of tape, that type of tape. We just do a lot of like random shit. So yeah, it's generally something like that. But again, like it's quite late for me. It's already like 6 p.m. It's the dinner time. So I'm going to restream, but not on editing. I need to stream a little bit of some other stuff too, because again, hold on a little bit. Artista Cafe we go. So aside from all this, I have like quite a lot of other things to do. Like this one is the I forgot to turn back on the tweening. So I have to do a lot of work, the animations, and then like for the starting soon screen, because my starting soon screen is like temporarily one technically. Everything I have is temporarily. Even this scene, the background I have is still temporarily. Like projector retract. I always love this thing. Like you can see like it's quite empty behind the scene. I have to add more stuff into it. Like Easter egg stuff, like more artwork there, this and that, yeah, the other stuff. And projector on. And yes, it's voice control. I made it. Yeah, I have to draw so many other stuff. And then I have this like D&D sessions. I still have to have them like, I want to create a D&D game for like doing for collab, but it's still like on the fresh, and I still haven't really make it happen yet. So it might take some time. Let me try to open the file up. I do a lot of things, to be honest. It's like not enough me. I'm just a one-man army. If I can sub out like my editing stuff to some other people, it would be much more better. I would have some extra time to do other stuff. I still have to do like this one. My future content is the comic I'm drawing. So in the futures I will like add more like comic stuff out, and some other one is the D&D collab sessions I'm designing. It's like one session D&D is just for like me playing with a lot of people. I already got like most of the overlay set up there. There will be like 4 people playing, and then there will be like a HP, stamina, or mana, or armor, or magic shield systems here. Like add all the stuff there, and then this will be all like the player will be, and then here's where I am. This is the enemy stat. This is the player stat. Like all those kind of things. Should I actually put player stat here, enemy stat here? I'm not sure which one's better. And I still haven't really finished up the overlay yet. There's so many stuff to do. So many things to do, but so little time. And when I'm actually doing stuff, I usually stream it too. So it's like there will be time I'm just like full on chat mode instead of like instead of doing my job. So it's like, shit. I just keep on yapping nonstop, huh? I'm not doing anything. Like do one thing that's supposed to be 1 hour for me is like 5 hours, because I'm just streaming it while I'm doing it. But it's a good thing that I'm not procrastinating, to be honest. It's like there's some people is basically just I have this thing on. Like I just started like 5 weeks ago and then never do it because it's like just keep on like tomorrow. For me it's like I need content, I need streaming, so I'm just stream doing the thing. So I will always doing something. So everything I do always have some progressions. It will always have progressions because I have to stream it. People already seen it. They would just keep asking for it. Why didn't you do this? Why you forgot to do that? Why you haven't do that yet? So like those kind of things is always there. Why I always streaming is basically it's just also is a way to prevent me to procrastinate a lot of stuff. I would still do quite a lot of like video editing behind the scene, of course. Like once like the streaming is just like let me start, like let the engine start going. Even like I have something else to do, I have to close off the stream, and I was still doing thing off stream, and then like come back on doing something else, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, it's long enough. It's long enough. Like how long have you streamed? Take a look. All right, it's been like 2.5 hours, more than 2.5 hours. It's actually pretty nice. I have a nice chat with you guys. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. As always, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next stream. Bye bye.